Hey crafty friends, it's Kathy here, and today we're playing along with Scraplift Crafternoon. That's right, the crew are getting together because it's Sunday afternoon and we are scrap lifting this amazing layout here. Now I'll have all the details of the creator down below. Please check it out and go and leave her some love on Instagram. You are going to be amazed with all of the people who are playing along and all of the great different interpretations you're going to see this week. So to start with, I'm just preparing my base, and it's always 1-inch frame around. You know that's what I do. That's what I like. I like to finish off my layouts so that they look complete. And I'm using this blue cardstock with this blue wooden paper. And look, on the other side is some great cutouts that I could have used, some cut aparts. But I'm actually just going to go with the wood grain because it is my favorite and I like anything wood grain. So I'm just going to put this down, and I'm using double-sided tape. You know, ATG guns never actually really hit it off here, with me at least. I'm not sure why. I just never got onto the bandwagon. All right, so I'm going to add in some mixed media here, just as the creator has for us. And I'm putting some Uncharted Mariner through this Kaisercraft stencil, and I do like it because it's like a bubble type thing, but it is also like those misshapen circles or mixed size circles, and I think it gives it a great effect on the wood grain here. Uncharted Mariner works really well here. It's blue, and it's blue enough that it comes through onto the layout. I didn't want it to be a stark blue. I wanted it to blend in and be complementary so that when I lay up my papers, it's not, you know, too overbearing in the eyesight. So I've just put in where I know that I'm going to need to cover. Now this is a Vicky Bouton paper, and I do love both sides. I want to use the black and white a bit on the contrast, and I want to use the brown on the other side for part of this layout as well. So I was just working where the best spot was to put my circle. I use my Creative Memories cutter and the blue blade for the biggest on the large circle, and then I'm using the red blade on the inside of the middle-sized circle here. Now I've got these new blades from the Creative Memories cutter, and I struggle with it. I don't know why. I just have a terrible time getting it to sit in the track. Practice makes perfect, as they say, so I'll need to do a lot more of that. I'm going to cut off that branding strip because you know that we're playing strip tees and we're using those. They're not a waste. They're something that we can put to use elsewhere. I'm trimming down the brown because, as I said, I wanted the brown as another part of this layout. Now I have this gorgeous, gorgeous piece of paper here with the blue patterns on it. Now this was out of my 100 pattern paper pack that I chose at the beginning of the year, and the same with the wood grain that came from there as well. So I'm just trying to plow through some of those papers as well as complete all my other challenges along the way. So now that I've got my strips together, I need to work out another little piece I have realized that I need to do as another matting in the layout, just to create that extra visual interest. So now that I've got all my pieces, I'm going to use my distress tool to roughen up the edges just lightly. I'm not going to do a heavy distress today, just running it over so it's giving it a little bit of texture and a little bit of depth, and it's adding that visual appeal for the layout. So I'm just quickly running it over with the Tim Holtz tool. I really do need to get the one from MK and her shop at Some Assemblage Required. I need to invest in that one. It looks so much more comfortable for the hand, and I think I really need to try and get that one. So I'll go on the lookout out at Some Assemblage Required and hopefully score one somewhere in the future. Now I am distressing the circles as well. Now these I'm adding in a little bit myself. There is one on her layout and I'm adding 3 because I like to balance it out, but I'm using them as landing points for my embellishments as well. So now that I've got all my pieces organized and sorted, I can start constructing the layout and putting it all together. And at this time, this is when I realize I'm going to need a little bit more of the mixed media in there to peek out, so it peeks out enough. And I will go back in with the stencil and add some more. So as I said, I'm just layering it up, and I will adhere it to the layout with my double-sided tape. As I said, I need to add more. I'm putting the stencil back into place. So don't be afraid to add more once you realize you start laying out. You can always do that with a stencil. It's really good. You just realign where you've already added mixed media through it. So there goes my vertical stripe, and I do like that pattern on the blue. So I didn't want it to be overpowering. Brown is a neutral color, and there goes Ivy. She's barking at her mum arriving home, I think. So there we go. I'm just layering up this layout, and I do like the fact that there are so many different layers and levels to what has been produced. Now, I'm making it my own. Of course, we all do that. This isn't a direct copy for copy. It's a scrap lift where we're taking the main features that we want to use on the layout to create the layout. So I'm going for my strip across here, and I put in that just as she has as a landing strip, the horizontal. Now my piece here going in behind my photo is a little bit smaller than what she has on hers, and that's because, well, that was just the size of the scrap that I had. Now I have this little I think it's a 3x3 that I have cut printed out, and it is on my daughter. It was taken last September when we went to Kiama to the blowhole, and the street art was on the wall out of a pelican, and she has always loved pelicans, so I couldn't resist the opportunity to take a photo of her with that street art. And I do like when we go to places and they have street art. It's always great homage to the artists to take a photo. I'm sure that's what they're wanting when they put it up for us to admire. So I have got a whole lot of fussy cut items that I've taken from some Scrapper Sketch pieces and out of some Vicky Bouton papers, and I'm now just going to start layering them up. And my little phrase there, making waves, is what I'm using just as the creator of our original layout today has done as well. So I'm tucking in my circle here, which will be a landing point for my embellishments. You can see that I'm placing them strategically around. I'm putting another one down here at the bottom, and the third one I'm going to add over to the left. And I just like that I have it there underneath that little journal corner that I've added in at the top of the photo to the left. So now I can start layering up all of the extra little bits and pieces that I have, and I'm putting in that little circle at the top there where she had a tab, and then I'm just going to put in these black and white fussy cut flowers to add those points of interest around the layout and build up my embellishment points. And I really do like these black and white photos of Vicky Bouton's paper. They are really effective, and they do make it easy to build a layout with black and white, because any color you add to it then becomes the dominant colors. I do have that little shell there in the pink, and that's to pick up the pink of the pelican, as you can see. And I'm just fussing around putting in the pieces so that they sit properly. Like I have some shells that I'm tucking in because it is a beachside theme. I've got a little camera because it was a photo op of that beautiful street art. So I'm just using my pen now to doodle around the edges of the papers, putting in some faux stitching. I'm also outlining the edges. They're subtle outlines which add a little bit of interest to the layout and make it pop just that little bit off the background. I didn't want it to be overpowering, that's why I didn't ink the edges. I just wanted it to blend in smoothly. I'm doing that the same around the edges of the main frame, and that's popping it up off that blue, and you can just see how well that makes the whole layout now just stand out, and I do like that effect. And I did add in some journaling over here to the right, just as the original has hers. And I love how this has come together. I think it's a great little layout, and it's looking quite effective. To finish off with, I'm going to add in some Nuvo drops into 3 points around the layout. And, well, I'm using pops of colour really. And I'm only actually going to put one in each spot, and I'm just going to flatten them so they look like an enamel dot, and the shiny blue just blends in beautifully. Putting in the date is very important to record the date so that in the future when I'm unable to remember things, that will be a trigger. I cover up my photos here so that I can put some ink splatters onto the layout just to finish off. And I'm going to use the Dina Wakley opaque white, and I'm just adding some onto this layout. Sometimes they just splatter well and other times they don't. Oops, there's a bit of a big drop there, but that's okay. Adding some more down here. And I do go back at the very end and add a little bit more down to this bottom corner because it's not as dark or as prominent as I'd like it to be. So I just put this all together. Here's how it looks. I hope you have seen something here that triggers a memory for you, or something new that you haven't tried before. Give me a thumbs up if I have done something that you think warrants that thumbs up. It really does help my channel get pushed out there to YouTube. Please go and check out the playlist. There will be a full playlist down below. All the amazing girls. There are 10 of us in the crew if we're all playing. See, I'm adding in those splatters like I said I was going back to do, just so that it adds that balance into that layout. And I really do like how it's turned out. Thanks, Tara, for coordinating this great hop. We love being able to get together every Sunday and create for you. Make sure you go and leave some love here and on Instagram for all of the players. Remember, thanks for watching, crafty friends. Your scrapbooking journey doesn't end here. Let's get those creative juices flowing. Here's my next video, and I'll see you there real soon.